Hello, folks. My name is Max, and welcome back for part 4 of my Ithaca campaign in Total War Pharaoh. Last part, we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger with this battle against Cassopaei hanging over us, but it looks pretty evenly matched. They have a little more armies, so a few more. They have like 4 armies, I think, and so a lot more generals, but we set up our troops in just the standard melee in front, missile in the rear. Our chariots are off to the left in the forest. That will come into play later. We can see all of their troops, their giant, massive an army running towards us. Very, very scary. A lot of pointy spears. All right, so it becomes a bit of a missile battle while they send some spearmen to the right into this forest. I know they're in there, so I chase after them so they don't get around at my missile troops, is I think what they're going to go for. But they can tell that I see them, so they're like, might as well fight them. And they do. And then it really becomes just a sort of straightforward fight, standard fight, melee on melee. I set my missile troops to not be in skirmish mode, to be in guard mode. And then my chariots come out of the forest to attack their slingers. And I think they have a couple archers too. Yes, there's the archers. So one of my guys gets tripped up, but nothing major. So I really focus here on taking out their generals with my missile troops. They did break through the line, and so I'm trying to take them out, and it works pretty well. Otherwise, I just sort of focus on single unit confrontations while making sure Odysseus doesn't get killed in the battle. Oh, and we can see, their general just died there in the back of that group, so that was pretty cool. You can see most of their troops are running. I'm going to start just kind of picking them off with my missile troops, once again going after their general. And then everyone else gets to go after anyone who's not fleeing. But this battle pretty much over. Their morale is shot. It's just a matter of getting them to fully rout at this point. Just a few more there, and that's it. End of battle. And I think I just ended there because I did lose quite a lot of troops, and so I didn't want to prolong it any further, because I can still lose troops even if I'm killing their fleeing troops. I do go with the unit replenishment, so that way, because I'm still going to have to fight a whole lot of folks. My court plot has been exposed once again. This time I refuse to cancel it. I see how that plays out in a little bit. With a chaos here, or Al Chaos, sorry. I stop by our trading post, get a little bit more movement, and I decrease the upkeep for the army, and then I get him continuing over to left Cass, and I'm actually going to take the opportunity and recruit a couple more troops, which will help in the coming battles against Cassopaei. I don't think Odysseus can take him on its own, maybe if he was lucky, so I'm definitely trying to get this army over there as quick as possible. And I was just looking at those elite units because they look so cool, and I would love to have some, but I have less than 0 gold, which I go to my friends, the Mycenae, to get a little bit of gold just to get me through this turn. Perfect. I actually make a 5-turn deal with them, and it's a very, very quick turn. We continue with Alcaeus to get over to Cassopaei's territory. We pop on in, and since they're in the forced march, I bring back Odysseus, spend a turn together. The Boeotians want a little deal, some stone for some food. I won't say no to food. I'm very negative on food. So I do make the deal there. No one shall slight me. And I go and I besiege Cassopaei, and I bring my second army up and around as well to make sure I can help. Let's get some towers, some ladders, and make sure Alcaeus is actually in range. He got stopped there for just a sec. Looking at the court, my plot has failed because they are no longer the Oracle. Dionysus got kicked out, so no longer, that plot is invalid now. So I decided, let's help out Troy and discourage Dionysus's plot against them. Very nice, very cool. Looking at my domination checklist, I still need to raid some food from Cassopaei. I do just need to conquer this this territory. There's no other territory on the list, so this is the only one to conquer. And they decide to attack me. So I'm looking, I have a pretty good army. They have a lot of, pretty minor troops. I'm not too worried. Do a quick save and fight. So this battle, I've got my reinforcements coming from behind me. Cassopaei's reinforcements coming from the right there. So I set my troops up on the left just to give a little bit more time to group all of my troops together. And I do Control I, grab all of the infantry and set them up sort of in the center of the map right here. Whoop! And I put the missile troops just right behind them. And we'll see. I do get them running to it because I don't want to be surprised by the enemy. And we can see my little troops running here, just my clubmen having a good old time. Whoa! And yes, a little skip forward. My troops all set up in the battlefield. See the missile troops still getting into play there. And then we can take a look at the enemy across the field. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. You can see them coming in there. There they are. And they have a fair number of chariots, which I don't have. I just have my general Odysseus and one other unit, both kind of weak, so they definitely have the goods there. You can see they're sending their chariots in first, actually, and they go straight for my spearmen, which I'm not going to complain about. I did forget to set my spearmen up into any sort of hold position, so I think it could have been better for us, but I mean, it's much better than the chariots going after the missile troops, so we can see it's not very effective for either side. I send my right flank around because most of their troops are going center or left, we can see. And I just try and make sure nobody's coming around getting to my missile troops. With my missile troops, I do focus on the generals. They send their generals straight into combat, and so I take that opportunity and say, hey, if you want to lose a ton of morale, I'm not going to complain. Looking again at this right flank here, I feel pretty confident that my troops will beat them out, but I think I do end up reinforcing them a bit. And again, just going after individual troops with the missiles, just so that they rout wicked quick. And already, most of their melee troops are routing. It's really just the missile troops. And you can see I send my chariots to attack Pyrrhus here, it's one of the domination checkpoints or checklist items to kill him. Those chariots end up routing, which is so sad, but I'm pretty confident I have this battle in the bag. At this point, it's mostly just their troops routing and just a few. Yeah, you can see now everyone's wavering, and I send my general after Pyrrhus so that we can make sure to kill him. And we do. I could have made this a little more cinematic, but I just wanted to. I was on fast forward, just trying to get this battle over with, and then I decided, probably should make it a little cooler, but that's all right. Got a cool little battle there. Awesome. And I think with these guys, I'd go with the replenish again because it did hurt my my army quite a bit, but we got them routing, so that's great. We will need to fight them again because they attacked us, so we didn't take their settlement. Looking at the court, we have some unrevealed plots, which I find out I can just dissolve with my domination points. So I think I'm going to do that for just both of the plots. I could probably gossip with some folks and try and figure out who is plotting against me, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty sure it's not Troy, so I'm not too worried. Awesome. And now this is way in my favor, so I'm not going to wait for those other siege equipments. And I'm just going to auto-resolve. Oh, smack him around. Very nice. Chopped his head off. And I just occupy the settlement. And lo and behold, I come to find that this is the only settlement that Cassopaei has now. I thought they had more to the north. They don't. So this is it, which is pretty cool. So that was their last settlement, and this is their last army here. So I decide, all right, Alcaeos, let's get a little bit more action for you. Once again, way in my favor, so just auto-resolve it. They're still wicked weak from the battle. I had a turn to replenish, so my armies were not as affected. And awesome. All right, so with Alcaeos, I can rank him up. We go for the whatever that middle one is, fortitude maybe. That way I can get the battle loot. And Alcaeos, I move to the west. It's really the north. My orientation's all weird during this campaign. To the north, because I think if Cassopaei has anything that's going to be over there, they actually don't. And instead, the Paeonians are up there, and I think they're going to be my next target going forward. We give this guy the Hittite consort just because why not? It's available. There's nothing better, and that's actually going to be it for this part. Pretty quick, a couple good battles, but thank you for watching. For next part, I think we're going to be going after those Paeonians. I don't know where they're at, so I'm going to send Alcaeos up north to hopefully find them. But thank you so much for watching, folks. If you're enjoying the series, make sure to subscribe. You can like this video, comment, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye, folks.